Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Zigbee Line Certification Transfer Program webinar. We will begin the webinar 5 minutes after the top of the hour to give people time to join. So I will talk with you in 5 minutes. Hello again, everyone. And again, welcome to the Zigbee Alliance Certification Transfer Program webinar. It is 5 minutes after the top of the hour, so we will get started. My name is Kaylee Larber. I'm the Technical Services Manager for the Zigbee Alliance. I'm just going to tell you a few things before we get started. This webinar is being recorded for quality assurance purposes. Also, we will leave time at the end for questions. As you all can see, you are muted, so if you do have questions, please put your question in the question box in your GoToWebinar panel. Please also put your full name and company in the question that you have in your question box. This is very important before you submit. Okay, and now we're going to get started. So our speaker today is Victor Barrios, our VP of Technology for the Zigbee Alliance. And now I'm going to pass it off to you, Victor.
Thank you very much, Kaylee, and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we talk about our certification transfer program. Let's take a few minutes first and talk about the program itself, which launched on June 1st of this year, 2018. The program and its goals are to enable our existing membership and new companies to leverage the certification status of our members' products in order to sell them, brand them, and provide it to the marketplace under their own brand as part of their own product family and ecosystem, while maintaining the certified status of that base product. So how does this program work? Participant and promoter members of the Alliance that have completed product certification can register specific product items from their roster to be used as the base product for certification transfer applications by other members or other new companies. Of those products, then our member companies and new companies can cite them as the basis of their certification transfer application. The intent here, again, is to leverage existing products that have been already certified by the Zigbee Alliance, allowing member companies and new companies to perform branding and some limited amount of non-functional changes so that they become part of their product family, of their ecosystem, and leverage that initial certification work done by our participant and promoter memberships. It is important to note that as you cite a product as the basis for your certification transfer application, it is important that your product maintains the same device type, design capabilities as the original product. If our original participant and promoter member certified a thermostat, it is expected that the member company or new company citing that thermostat as the basis of their product application for certification transfer would also be a thermostat as well. A few more details with regards to why would the Alliance decided to launch out these programs and the benefits that we believe it brings to both our membership and the community at large. With this program, we provide an expedited manner by which members and new companies can leverage the use of the Zigbee certified logo by, again, giving everybody a chance to expedite the certification process based on the work already performed by one of our member companies. It provides an accelerated way for you to bring products into the marketplace by leveraging existing capabilities of our members and their extensive product portfolio, allowing you then to join an ecosystem of more than 500 million products already deployed into the marketplace. It also allows you the flexibility to expand your family of products and to tailor that to your customer needs so that you can focus on designing the products that are part of your core competencies and complement those with other products from existing companies that have already developed and certified those products and be able to offer them as part of your product family under your own brand and keep the Zigbee certified status of that product and be able to carry the brand and the logo as part of your product packaging, your product marketing and advertising material. As we get deeper into the program here, there's a few additional important items to remember in terms of the policies of the program itself. This program is available for end products only. It is not available for our compliant platform program, but it is available for end products only, and particularly for our Zigbee 3, Zigbee Smart Energy, and Green Power products only. It's important to remember that the base products which member companies and new companies will use as the reference device in the certification transfer application must be enrolled into the program in order to be able to use as base, and it is our promoter and participant members that are able to enroll those programs into the system. The Zigbee Alliance will review all the applications that are received to ensure that the changes, if any, that were done to the originally certified product remain in the category of changes that is acceptable for the program. A few things to remember in terms of what the program is not. As I mentioned earlier, the program is not for leveraging compliant platform certification. The program is not for Alliance legacy profiles. It is limited to products certified under the Zigbee 3.0, Zigbee Smart Energy, and Green Power certification programs. It is also worth notice that the program is not a modular certification program. It is a program designed to reuse the certification status of an end product certified by a member company so that another new company, whether they are a member or a new company, can leverage that and get that product to market under their own brand, under their own supply chain and distribution channels in an expedited manner. A few other details about the program. New companies that are participating in the certification transfer program are limited to a maximum of 10 certification transfer applications per calendar year. At the beginning of every year, that number obviously will reset and new companies will be able to do 10 new ones on that particular calendar year. The successful completion of a certification transfer application results in the new product being certified itself, carrying its own certification ID, and being listed individually in the Zigbee Alliance public website as its own certified product. The originally certified product is not impacted. It retains its own certification with its own certification ID and its own listing on the Zigbee Alliance public website, independently of whether it has been used one, twice, or multiple times as the base product for additional certification transfer applications. The originally certified product by one of our participant or promoter members must have been certified through a process that includes testing as part of its application. In other words, the Alliance does provide additional programs for our members that allow exemption of testing depending on the changes that have been done on a product based on a previously certified one. That's a program for our membership that we call the certification by similarity. But those products that have been certified by similarity by our members are not eligible to be registered as base products for the certification transfer. So all those products that are available to use as the base of a certification transfer application must have included product testing as part of their own certification program. For companies looking to leverage the certification transfer program, if you find the product that you're planning to use as your base registered in the program and available for you to refer to, then you know that that product had completed the certification program by the Zigbee Alliance, which included the testing process. So now that we talked a little bit, that we talked about the program, its goals, and what it intends to do, let's get a little bit into the specifics. How would I use this program? How do I access the system? How do I enter my own application? So if you visit the Zigbee Alliance website at zigbee.org and go into the Certification Transfer Program description page, following the link that we present here, you'll find additional information about the program. You'll find more detailed information about the program details, the terms and conditions that I have summarized earlier on this talk. But if you scroll down further into the page, you will see a section about how to join the program and certify a device. Right below all the different legalities, terms and conditions that apply to the program, you will see a link that will tell you how to access the certification transfer tool. This is an online tool that the Zigbee Alliance has developed to allow new companies to get access to the program itself. If you click on that URL, on that link on that page, it will take you to the Certification Transfer Program tool. Upon your first visit to the application, you will have to sign up to request an account to access the system. You can complete that by clicking on the sign up link at the bottom of the login page. You will be redirected to a page that would ask for some additional information so that we know who you are, what company you work for, and contact information required for the proper processing of future applications that you may submit into the program. Please do note that all the fields denoted with a red asterisk are required fields. Also do note that we require that you use your corporate email address. That is the address that you use as part of your company for regular business. If you enter a personal email address or an email address from a common free email service as Gmail, Hotmail, 123.com, or similars, we will contact you and request that you enter your corporate email address. Under the company field, there'll be a number of companies that will be already entered and available to you to choose from. If you are brand new to the Zigbee Alliance, there is a high likelihood that your company will not be pre-listed in the pull down. If so, all you need to do is to click on the plus sign right under the selection box in the company section, and a pop-up window will appear allowing you to enter your company name and details. Once that is entered, you will be returned to this form that after you complete entering your personal information, you can click on Submit at the bottom of the page to have that your request for access submitted to the Zigbee Alliance. After you submit that request to the Zigbee Alliance, our staff will be notified of your request. Within 24 to 48 hours, your request will be submitted. If we require additional information, if we have questions, if we need clarification in terms of the email you have provided us, if for some reason you forgot to add your corporate email and you gave us a personal one, we'll contact you to have you update that information from us. If your email somehow does not match the company that you are declaring to be a part of, you might get a question on that as well. But you will be contacted within 24 to 40 hours with any questions we have, or if everything is on order with your application, what you will receive from us within that time frame will be a notification of your account approval status, along with a link and instructions on how you can go access the system, reset your password if need be, and then be able to access the system at large. So now that you have access to the tool itself, then let's get to work a little bit as to what happens once you have your account, you're able to log in, and you actually want to do some transactions on the system itself. Again, a reminder, while you can bookmark the login page for the certification transfer tool. If you don't have bookmark, you can always return to the Zigbee Alliance public website, the certification transfer program page, and you'll always find the link that will direct you to the certification transfer. I do want to make a note, if we do have any Zigbee Alliance members in attendance today, please note that you will continue to use the member certification web tool, its link which is also available on the certification transfer program page on our website, but you will use your member certification web tool to access the capability to enter a certification transfer application. The certification transfer tool, the link which we provided further down in this page, is meant to be used for those new companies that have not yet joined the Alliance. Again, you'll see here that you will be redirected to the login page. At this point, you have completed the account request process and you have received notification from the Alliance that your account has been approved. So at this point, you'll be able to enter your email and the password that you have previously configured in order to log into the system. If at any point you forget your password, you're able to click on the Forgot link right above the password entry box. You will be asked to enter your email address, and instructions on how to properly reset your password will be emailed to you. And you can follow those to reset your password to a new value and then return here to the login page to access the system. Upon successful login, you will be redirected to the certification transfer program dashboard. Here you will see a summary of all your applications that you have entered to date, where they stand in the process, or you can go back also and review things that you have done in the past. Obviously, the first time you enter your dashboard, it will be fairly empty, as it being the first time, but the breakdown of the page will be the similar as the one we show here. You will have a section that will list all your incomplete but safe applications. These are applications that you have started but have not yet submitted for processing to the Zigbee Alliance. You have a section on payment pending applications. These are applications you have completed and you are ready to submit to the Alliance, which are just awaiting the completion of the payment process before it gets to the Zigbee Alliance staff for processing. Additionally, right at the top, you have the capability, you have a couple of buttons that would direct you to see in review applications. Those are applications that you have submitted and completed payment on and are currently being reviewed by the Zigbee Alliance staff. And approved applications will be an overall listing, historical for your company, of all the applications that have been submitted, processed, and approved by the Zigbee Alliance staff. From this dashboard as well, on the top left, you will see a button that says New Application. This will give you the capability to start a new certification transfer application. Whether you want to add a new one, you will always click on that New Application button. That will take you to a brand new certification transfer application page. These are all the details that we'll be asking you to provide us as part of your application to the Alliance so that we can complete processing your application. All the fields highlighted with a red asterisk are required. All other fields are highly recommended that you complete as well. As you can see, the majority of the fields here are required and they are designated for us to understand what your product is, what the base certified product that you are claiming is being used as the base for your own, and any differences between the originally certified product and yours. Additionally, you can give us extra information about a URL that you would like us to link back from the listing of your product in the Alliance website so that visitors to our site that are interested in additional information from your product can click on that link and be directed to your own website or to your own e-commerce or distribution site so that they can get additional information and perhaps put orders for your product as well. Under the Zigbee certified product, we'll be requesting essentially that you select the base product that you are using as the base certification of your transfer request. When you pull down on this selection box, you will see a list of Zigbee certification IDs for the different products that our participants and promoter members have already registered to be used as part of the program. You will need to ask the member company that you are sourcing the product from to provide you with this certification ID so that you can select it appropriately from this pull down box. The selection box does support dynamic search, so you don't have to carefully look at the entire list and to find the number you're looking for. You can simply start typing the certification ID, and you will see that dynamically the list will start getting reduced until the number that you're searching for will be the only one remaining, and then you can select that particular certification ID. Again, this will be the certification ID of the previously certified product that our participant or promoter members have already registered to be used in the program. If by any chance you do not find that certification ID on the pull down list, there is a chance that our participant or promoter member has not yet registered that product to be used in the program. If that is the case, you can contact them and remind them to go into the members certification web tool in order to properly register that product into the program, at which point you will immediately have it available here for selection. Under the differences from this certified product, we're looking for you to describe to us any changes that you have made, whether these are a difference in branding, in enclosure shape, materials, color, changes in product name, or any other applicable change from the original certified product. You can either type that on the text box that is provided, or you can enter a file that you may already have available describing those changes. Please do note that the text box is a required component, while the file name is not. So if you do provide us with a separate file that you uploaded describing the differences, we suggest that on the text box where we ask you to describe those differences, you just enter a reference to the provided file that you have uploaded for us. Once you have completed the application, or if you are halfway through your application and need to complete it later, you have your option of either submitting or just saving your work for later. So if you need additional information, if, as my previous example cited, if you were not able to find the previously certified product ID under the selection box, and you need to talk to our member company to make sure they're properly registered, you can save the product information that you have put in your application, and you can simply save your job, save the work you have completed, and then click next. That will result on all your work being saved, and then when you return to your dashboard later, that application that you just created will be listed here in your saved application tables. If you are ready to submit your application, then you would just select the option to yes, submit the application for processing. As I was mentioning, if you simply save your work, that application will be added to your Save Applications table. And whenever you are ready to resume work on that application and submit it to the Alliance, you can do so by clicking on the edit link on the far right side of the road associated with the application for that given product. That edit link will return you to the application page where you can then complete all the details of the application, make any changes that are necessary, and then again you will be able to either save it again because you need additional time to complete it, or submit it for processing. Once the application is complete and ready for processing, either the first time that you complete it or after some time and coming back and editing your application, if you select submit for processing, you will be presented with a window that will ask you to review and accept the program's terms and conditions. There are links at the top of this window that will allow you to download the Certification Transfer Program terms and conditions, as well as the Zigbee Alliance trademark and logo usage guidelines. If you recall, both documents are also available on the Certification Transfer Program webpage on the Zigbee Alliance public website. So if you're interested in reviewing those terms before entering an application, you can access the documents through our public website. You don't have to wait to get to the application process before you get a chance to review those terms. In order to proceed with your application, you will be asked to accept these terms and conditions. If there is a reason why you do not, which you are not able to agree with those terms, you can simply click the do not accept the terms. Your application will be saved. You will be redirected to your dashboard, so the application work that you have done will not be lost. It will remain there on your saved applications. And then you'll be able to contact the Zigbee Alliance through our helpline, whose email is help@zigbee.org, with any questions or concerns you have with regards to the terms of the programs that led you to not accept the terms. If you are comfortable with the terms, you have reviewed them, I would like to proceed, you simply click on the accept terms and conditions button. This will redirect you to the payment submission page. A processing fee of $500 is required with every certification transfer application at the time of application. The website does have the capability and allows you to pay via credit card. So you can do that all online to complete processing your payment. Should you not be able to complete the payment online with the use of a credit card, please click the Pay Later button at the bottom of this page. You will be redirected to the dashboard, at which time we ask you to again contact the Zigbee Alliance, give us the application ID associated with the product application that you would like to submit to the Alliance for processing, and describe to us any specific payment processing requirements that you may have, whether that be a particular purchase order process that you need to follow within your company, whether you need prior authorization from an invoice, or any other company-specific process that you need our assistance to help complete it for completion of the required processing fee payment. We do provide the capability, as I mentioned, if you're able to pay with a credit card, you can do that all online as part of your application entry process. But if not, again, please click Pay Later, and then you will be redirected to your dashboard. Quickly go to that, and the application, you will see it listed here under the payment pending applications. If you at that point click on the View Application, there will be an application ID field that you can submit to, again, to the Zigbee Alliance with your specific requirements for payment processing, and the Zigbee Alliance will be in contact with you in order to navigate through your corporate payment process and get you the required documentation for you to complete the payment. Once payment is complete, whether through online credit card payment or through a separate payment, which will work directly with you, your application will then be processed by the Zigbee Alliance staff. If everything is in order, you will receive notification about your product application approval, along with a copy of your certificate of approval for that particular product. And at the same time, your product will be listed on the Zigbee Alliance website as a completely certified product, and you have completed the certification transfer program. If there are any questions throughout the application review process, we'll be in touch with you as well. So this covers a quick review of the certification transfer program, its benefits, the intent of the Alliance to open the capability to companies outside of its membership, new companies that want to participate, want to leverage the capabilities of our members, and their investment in developing products and certifying them so that you too can get access to the Zigbee certified ecosystem in a quick and efficient manner, leverage our certification program, and start extending your product family by joining the over 500 million Zigbee certified products already out on the marketplace. At this time, Kaylee, I will ask if you would please come back and help me navigate through some of the questions that our audience has submitted for us.
Thank you, Victor. Okay, everyone, we will now open up the question portion of our webinar. So again, if you do have a question, please put your full name first and last, and also the company that you represent in the text box before you submit your question. I'll give everyone a few minutes to put in their questions before we begin. Okay, so our first question is additional testing required for an already certified product if I want to offer it as a product under the certification transfer program?
That is a good question. There is no additional testing required, provided that the changes between the originally certified product remain within the allowable list of change. So again, if you're simply rebranding the product, perhaps changing the color of the enclosure, perhaps renaming the product to better match your existing product families and your marketing branding in your company, which represents the allowable changes in the programs, there will be no required additional testing. That is exactly the purpose of the program, is to provide with a quick method by which you can take an already certified product, make some cosmetic changes, right? Make it look and feel like your own, and all be able to get your own version of that product certified quickly. So the intent of the program is to not require testing, but simply to ensure that the changes that are being made to a previously certified product remain within those guidelines. So entirely, the intent is here that, again, if your changes remain within those guidelines, that we can complete this process very fast, very efficiently, no additional testing required.
Great, thank you, Victor. Our next question is, how do you check if the application is filled in properly? and that there are no changes made to the product which should not be allowed?
Well, again, there is some self-validation to the application form itself. Obviously, the tool will verify that the required fields are completed. There is some, like I said, some self-validation, particularly on the address, phone number fields, to make sure that they follow standard conventions for addresses, phone numbers, and things of that nature. We do request that the submitting company declare the changes from the original product. We go in terms a little bit here on the honor system, and ensure that you declare all the changes that were properly made to the product. And our policies do require, or permit us, perhaps is a better term to use, to continuously audit products that we have certified previously, whether they were through the certification transfer program or any of the other processes we have, to make sure that the certified product continues to perform and be marketed in ways that are compliant with the requirements of the program. So, for example, if a company declares that the only change they made was a branding change, but then it is discovered later that there was an actual device type change, again, my example earlier of a thermostat, and you certify your version of that thermostat on the certification transfer, but then you're using that certification ID for a light bulb that you're marketing to the program, that would probably cause grounds for us to revoke the original certification, as you are no longer complying with the terms of the program. But we rely on the proper declaration by the applying company in terms of the changes that are being made to the originally certified product.
Great, thank you again, Victor. Our next question is, what are the company qualifications to join the program?
Very good. So from a company perspective, the program is available to existing Zigbee Alliance member companies. So those can participate on the certification transfer program, not only as providers of already certified products, but also as users of previously certified products. But the use of previously certified products is also available to new companies. These are companies that are not current members of the Alliance, nor have ever been members of the Alliance. So in essence, any company, whether they are a member or have never been a member, is able to utilize a previously certified product and request a certification transfer into their own version of that product. It is important to note, and I'll remind everybody, that if you are a new company, that is, again, a company that is not a current member or has never been a member of the Alliance, that there is a limit in terms of the number of application transfers you can do in a calendar year, and that is a limit of 10. But in terms of the type of company that can participate in this program, it could be any company.
Great, thanks, Victor. So our next question is, if I do take advantage of the certification transfer program, will my product be listed on the Zigbee Alliance certified products page?
That's an easy answer, yes. Upon successful completion of the transfer program process and your application being approved by the Alliance staff, your product will be listed in the Alliance public website under the certified products listing, and you would also receive a certificate from the Alliance recognizing your product as a Zigbee certified product. It will be listed on the product listings alongside with all the other certified products, including the base product that you use during your application process, but it will be listed under your company name, under your brands, as your own specific product.
Thank you again, Victor. Okay, we'll give everyone just a couple more minutes to put in your questions here. Otherwise, we will be closing the webinar. Okay, everyone, that concludes the Zigbee Alliance Certification Transfer Program webinar. Thank you, everyone, for joining and for participating. And we hope that you have a great day or evening, depending on your time zone. Thank you again.